Welcome, family. Welcome back to the Serving Real Podcast. I'm your host, Don Cello, the Serving King. And y'all know what we do on the Serving Real, man. We talk to the hustlers, the entrepreneurs, the culture shifters, everybody out here making a change and creating something in the world. And today, I got a special guest, a very special guest. I'll get into why it's so special later on in the end. But I got my girl Holly D here. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for inviting me.
We got to talk, man, because it's not really one thing that I can narrow in on that you're doing. Makeup artist, model. I see you doing it all, right? So first, before I get into all the things you're doing, I want to start at the beginning. It's being an entrepreneur, being a business owner. Is that something you've always saw yourself doing? Did that come from having a job and hating it? You know what I mean? Like, what inspired you initially to even become a business owner?
Honestly, it was kind of like I stepped out on faith type of thing. Growing up, I've always seen entrepreneurship because my mom has a salon. She's been doing hair for over 30 years. She actually owns her hair salon. But honestly, when it came to me, what happened was I was working at a job and I went on a lunch break. And I was like, you know what? They want me to do this. They want me to do this. They want me to do that. They're not even paying me enough. Like,
Right. Right.
I don't think I'm going back to work.
Wow. Okay.
So at the time, I had did my training. We was hired to do one thing. Then we was told to do another thing. Then they added on another thing. And I'm like, man, I'm over this. I'm tired of being on the phone. I'm tired of people calling me, going off on me because of their bill.
Right.
Yeah, I think this is going to be my last day. Let me figure this out. So I never went back. And I told myself, and I was 23, 24 at the time, I'm never working for nobody else because I feel like I can do this on my own.
Right.
I'm tired of building dreams for other people when I can be working on my own dreams.
Absolutely.
So that's what it kind of like started with, okay, I'm trying to see what I can do.
Right. So after that, after you left after your lunch break, what was the first thing that you did? What was it that kicked off your journey into entrepreneurship?
At the time, social media was just popping off with Instagram. I saw a lot of entrepreneurship on Instagram at the time. People was like creating stuff, making stuff, selling stuff. So I'm very, very crafty when it comes to creating and building. My first thing I ever did, I want to say, was made jewelry.
Okay.
I actually started working with a company, and I was selling accessories by the brand of Tracy Lynn.
Yep.
It's something really, really, really popular. And I was selling it, and it was doing really good. And I was like, this was a lady who created this brand by herself. You know, she kind of put it together. She branched off to all over the world. Now she's a millionaire. She's black. So I was like, oh, okay, let me see what I can do. So I started creating earrings, and at the time, that's when feather earrings was really popular. This was way back in 2010.
Right.
I started making them, and I started selling them, and people was buying them. I started making bracelets. People was buying them, and I was like, okay. And I was making money like I was working on somebody's job.
Right,
so
right,
I'm like,
right.
man, I ain't going back to nobody's job.
Right. I could do this.
Doing this.
Yeah.
So I got caught up into everybody doing this. And instead of me focusing and going hard for myself, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this no more.
Right.
I want to do something else nobody not doing.
Right.
So I switched over and started making clothes.
Okay.
I started designing clothes. I started doing like the tie-dye, the bleached out jean outfits, all of that. That took off.
Right.
Then after a while, I was like, okay, I got this underneath my belt. I want to do something else.
Right.
I get fussed at a lot by my mom. You know, you do too much. You need to focus on one thing. But I'm like, that's more money. If I can make money doing this, why not keep, building onto the empire? But it was hard. I'm not going to lie. I had my doubts, but I still have not worked for nobody.
Right.
So, I
Right.
mean,
It's working.
and looking, it's years later. We in 2022.
Right. So give us a name. Give us the name of your company, and tell the people everything that they can find. All the things that you speak about that you're doing. Tell us all the products and services that can be found.
Okay, so I started modeling in 2008, 7ish.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, we was told that we had to have an alter ego name.
Okay.
I didn't know what to call myself. I was like, alter ego? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So when it was time for us to present who we were, I still was like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know what, we gonna call you Hollywood. And I was like, Hollywood? Why y'all call me Hollywood? It was like, cause you Hollywood, you Hollywood. So I was like, okay, whatever. Took off, ran with
Start with
it.
it, right?
So it went from Hollywood. Then it was another girl in the city named Hollywood, and it was a whole, oh, that's me. I'm the real Hollywood. I used to say this a lot. Oh, are you the real Hollywood? And I'm like, yeah, I'm the real Hollywood.
Right.
Then my cousin just out of the blue one day, you know what? We're gonna call you Holly D because you're a diva. So your name gonna be Holly D. Stuck with me ever
Start with
since.
me, right?
So my brand is called Hollywood Dreams Collection, and it was because I am Hollywood, and it was about the dreams that I wanted to pursue.
Right.
So I came up with that name, and I was like, I like that. And at first I was like, I don't know, should I change it to, Hollywood Galore, Hollywood this? And I'm like, nah, Hollywood Dreams,
right.
because it's all about a dream and making it reality. So that's my brand name. Everything that I have offered up until now, I did jewelry. I made clothes. I actually had a performing arts program for kids called Hollywood Dreams Performing Arts. I did that for a year. I taught dance, modeling, and baton. People ask me to this day to start it back up, but it's just the consistency of having coaches.
Right.
My
the,
two
the
girls who
people
I
that do
did
the
have,
teaching.
they moved out of town, so it was
Right.
like I can't do this on my own.
Right.
I did a mentorship like with girls. I started an organization called the Dream Team. It was for girls 18 and older. We did that for like 2.5, 3 years. That took off. It was like the biggest modeling promotion all girl group in Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
I'm thinking about bringing it back. Not sure yet, but if I do, I want to do it for like colleges, like a sorority type thing.
I got you.
But only in Florida.
Okay.
So I was in a group called Faces Modeling Troupe. And the way that started in Tallahassee. A student started it together. So I was like, oh, I can do that with the Dream Team.
Right.
And basically they helped them with promotion, marketing, entrepreneurship, bringing girls together to be sisterhood.
Right.
So, yeah. But now I'm currently offering bartending. I started doing that when I was 26. My brand is, my service that I offer is like creation drinks. And they're all different flavors, different colors. Some come with fruit, some don't. And they're called HD jars.
Okay.
But I'm currently about to start my own mobile bartending business.
Okay.
I would drop the name, but I don't know if I should drop the name.
Go ahead. Why not? Tell them right here.
So I'm real creative, and I grew up on Disney. So I was thinking like, okay, dreams. So I try to tie everything around dreams because that's what my brand is about.
Right. Dream.
So the other day I was thinking, I was like, dang, what I want to name it? I've came up with over 20 names.
Okay.
But this last one that I came up with, I was like, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So I'm going to call it HD Enchanted Pours. So
There you go. There you go.
the girls that's on my team, they're going to be called Bartending Beauties. And the guys will be Bartending Beasts. Like
Okay.
Beauty and
And
the
beast.
Beast.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
So I do bartending services. I'm about to start my one-on-one and group classes for bartending training to, learn how to be a bartender. If you just want to learn how to do cocktails and be a mixologist, I'm going to offer that. I'm also a makeup artist, self-taught. And that's just, Hollywood Dreams Collection. I do all types of makeup, bridal, teenagers, kids, pageants, whatever. And then I also do hosting. So like I do networking events, pop-up shops. I host club events, ladies' nights, whatever, you name it.
I'm about to say you do everything. Hey,
Look, I try.
I see hustling.
I feel like when God give you gifts, why, submerge them.
And I love that. So talk to people about how important that was, because you say that you got frustrated with a job, and it's faith. It takes faith to leave consistent income and then put it all on you. And I believe that a lot of us think that we can do it, or in the back of our mind we know that we can do it, but there's some kind of fear that you're going to have to overcome to be able to put everything on yourself. So talk about how important that was. And was it a struggle at first? Did it just take off for you from the beginning, or was it a process that had to come about where you took some losses, but as time went on you started to get comfortable in not clocking in but providing your own service and your own products?
Honestly, I feel like that was the best decision I ever could have made. Nothing that you do in life is going to be easy. I just feel like it's about being dedicated and pushing yourself. And as far as like the support goes, I feel like you learn over a period of time. Don't look for it from your family. Don't look
Right.
for it from your friends. Your biggest supporters are gonna always be strangers.
Strangers
Yes.
every time.
And those are the people who gonna believe in you more than anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
to this day, I have people that DM me and write me, I see what you're doing. You're doing your thing. Keep
Right.
going.
I don't even know you.
And it be the cheerleaders that really be
Right.
like, dang, like they noticing me. Like,
Right.
dang, like I don't even know them, but
Right.
it's love, and you need that. But I just feel like as far as like the entrepreneurship part go, as long as you stay true to yourself and you notice it's something that you want, you can do it. It's gonna be days when you feel like you're not doing your best,
Right.
but those are the days that's gonna make you go harder.
Right.
So as long as you stay focused, you stick to it, and you grinding for real, and it's something that you really want to do, you gonna succeed in it.
Do you have any pop-up shops coming up soon that you want to talk about, or will you have some? And let's talk
I
about 'em.
actually have one with my cast crew, BossGoats. June the 11th, we have one coming up,
Okay.
and it would be on our TV show.
Okay.
It would be aired, and it's a great great networking experience because we're doing health awareness for it as well.
Right.
And it's not just like one particular health thing. We're trying to like do it for domestic violence, AIDS,
Okay. So
STDs,
bring awareness to a lot of
Yes.
different things across the board, not just your health
Correct.
per se.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you gave us a little legway. We're gonna get into the new reality show that you're on. We're not gonna do too much, but give us a little snippet or a premiere of what's going on the new
Okay.
TV show, Boss Goats.
So currently, Jacksonville has an up and coming reality TV show called Boss Goats, Millionaires in the Making, and it's basically about entrepreneurs in Jacksonville, Florida, that has the mindset and the potential to be up and coming millionaires. It's also to highlight Jacksonville, to let people know we're not a crab pot city, that we can come together and collab and, help one another, benefit off of one another. It doesn't matter if y'all in the same field doing the same thing. Y'all can still learn from one another, grow from one another, and still boss up with one another. And that's what it's about.
I love that because I think that for so long we have been viewed as a crab pot city, not from people outside, but from ourselves.
Exactly.
But I think it takes some time till you find people that's like you, that think like you, and I think that the fact that y'all putting it on a platform to show that even though we known for this, we can do
Definitely.
we can do this. Is it gonna be season 1, season 2? You can't tell us too much yet. What's the future looking like after?
We actually are working on season 1.
Okay.
We know it's gonna take off. I'm not gonna say we hope it's gonna take off. We know it's gonna take off. So
Absolutely.
it's definitely gonna be a season 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So before you go, listen, I want you to tell everybody where they can find every product, every service. Tell them your Instagram, the websites, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you at. Tell the people where they can find you and find your products.
Okay, so for Instagram, you can find me at, my personal page is Holly D the Dream, and the Dream has a 3 and not an E. People ask me all the time, is that Dr. 3 a.m.? No, I put a 3 because I believe that all things happen in threes, and 3 is my favorite number. Okay. So I wanted it to be different, so I put a 3 because that means something to me. So that's Holly D the Dream with a 3. Instagram, my business page is the HD dot collection. Sorry. Yeah, the HD collection. That's my business page on Instagram. Twitter is Holiday the Dream with a 3. Facebook is the only one that has a regular E because you know how they act on Facebook.
Right.
All the rules.
Right.
So that one is Holiday the Dream with the E. Snapchat, Holiday the Dream. I think that's it. I'm trying to get into Twitter. I'm into TikTok.
Okay.
But I haven't learned yet. But
In
that's
due
going to
time.
be probably Holiday the Dream as well.
All right. I think you're going to learn all of it because you do everything. So
Look, I've been trying.
Absolutely.
I'm a little late, but I'm going to get there.
Absolutely. So I got to say, one, why I think this is a special episode to me, because me and Miss Holly D really grew up together. From the mud.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about just high school, middle school.
From the
From the
pacifiers.
pacifiers. We was getting our diapers changed together
Definitely.
in daycare.
Yeah.
So I love to see it. We've been trying to set this up for a while, just with different schedules. But so glad to see you doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Um, I'm loving it. Keep growing, keep building. And hopefully after season 1 premiere, we can have you back. We can have the cast here and kind of break down everything that you guys went through season 1, and hopefully we could touch on the feedback that you guys got, trying to showcase something different from the
Right.
city.
Definitely.
So thank you, Holiday.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, we'll have all her links, all her handles at the bottom of the screen. Please lock in with her. Bartending, modeling, makeup. Y'all watch the episode. I can't remember everything she did. But please lock in with us, and remember, I'll be back next week on The Serving Real.